Yep, seems to be working. Welcome. Hello there, good people of the world. Welcome to another Flight Sim Safari. Oh, I need to change the title. Random Airdventures? Think so? There we go. This looks better. I'm going to switch over to the other channel here. Hello?
I didn't see anything posted of you.
No, I'm waiting for Matt to show up and
Hello?
and tell us where to go.
I'm here. Hello?
Do you hear something?
No.
I don't hear a thing.
You're a mean person. No, essentially what's going to... Hello there, you two people of... Is it... Are you kidding me, or is it... do you really not hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, then he's just
he's having fun.
A mean
I enjoy
person.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hello there, both of you.
Hello. Good evening.
In case you're wondering, Kloppo, what we're essentially going to do is we're going to throw the dice. You know, once we're hitting, we hit the 9 o'clock mark, then we're going to use the random flight generator together. You can watch the stream, and then we're going to see where fate takes us. This is not planned in any way. It's just a random. We're going to see how it works. What it does to us tonight. This beautiful thing that I have no clue if it's really random. I'm using a random. There's in the programming language PHP, there is a random function, and you can use that to generate essentially stuff, which is not necessarily random. That's because nothing is random. Program. Come on, come again.
It's called a program.
It's called a program, and programs usually are deterministic in some way. But in this
totally random.
In this particular case, we pretend that it's not deterministic, and we'll see how it goes. How are you both doing?
I'm good. And you?
I could not possibly be better. I'm sitting in front of a computer that is working and having nice people talking to me, pretending that they cannot hear me. What else could possibly be better?
I see you started up the random flight generator.
Yeah, I'm not hitting the button until it's 9 p.m. I actually count on Vinny to be here, because he was the one who reminded me of that. If he's not going to be here, then he will pay for that in one capacity or another.
Okay.
Yeah, so the question is how... sometimes I'm doubting that it's a good idea, because if it happens to be a flight somewhere... on the other hand, are we going to make... I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. In case we're ending up at a place that I don't like, we're still going to do the flight, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't be random.
Why would we take a flight that we don't like?
Because
just hit generate.
Because it's called random. It's called Random Adventures.
Flight again.
I could, of course, we could, of course, do it like this. We're going to hit the button 3 times and choose the one that we find the most appealing. Hello there, Vinny.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Vinny.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, and why do we wait till 9 o'clock exactly?
We could do it right now. Well, because I announced it in the forums, and if somebody's late, then it might be, you know, I like to have. As you can see, there's somebody in Twitch. Hello there, Meinhorf. How do you do? Are you here for the random show? We'll see. Yes. So that's why I'm waiting until 9 o'clock. You know, there might be people coming in because some people actually read the forums.
Countdown or?
Let's see. It's 20. It's not. It's 8:57. 8:59. 9. You know. You can count down the seconds, of
So
course.
are we supposed to wait and are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
We hear you.
No.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, are we supposed to wait until after you generate the flight plan and then we download it and then open our flight simulator, or how does that work?
Exactly. I'm going to post it on Discord here, and then you can download it. And you can either put it into your flight management system, or you can just follow me, however you like. It's not, not everybody needs to have the flight plan loaded, but I will post it on Discord here, so you can just pick it up.
Yeah, just drop it in general, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that, Jacob? He's asking us to follow him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jacob,
Got a better idea?
why are you doing this?
What?
What? Okay. It's 2 minutes to go. Dude. Sometimes the minutes stretch themselves out into hours.
And what's the idea? Is it going to be local time, local weather?
We're gonna use
I mean,
real weather,
if
but daylight conditions, I would say. We can all use this. It doesn't really matter. I would like to have real weather. I'm going to, as usual, set my time to sometime in the morning, like, I don't know, 10 a.m. So we're probably going to have good lighting conditions. But you can fly during the night if you want to. I don't force you to do anything. You don't want to. You can, of course, use a different server if you want to. You could do the flight on your own. Let's see. How far are we away from 9 o'clock? Whoopsie daisy.
9 o'clock.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
9 o'clock.
So we're going to do
Where's
it
the
like
flight plan?
this. We're going to press the button. No, wait a minute. We need a couple of stopovers. I said that we're going to make 4 stopovers, which means 4 stops in between. And we're going to use a cruise speed of 120.
Make it 3.
3 stopovers.
I think 4. Yeah, I think 4 may be a bit much.
Okay. Distance per leg, let's say 40 maybe. We're looking at a time of, oh, wait a minute. 50 nautical miles per leg. So we're going to have an estimated time of 2 hours. This is just the 1 hour 40 would just be for in case you're flying it without landing, but we're going to have to factor in a couple of minutes for each landing probably. Let's say 40 nautical miles, right? So we're not in a hurry here. Does that sound good for you?
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good
see what
to me.
comes up.
No objections. Okay, let's generate the flight and see what's happening. Oh, dude, where are we? In the United States. In the desert, does that mean anything to you? Anza Borrego Desert State Park? Where is it? It's close to the.
I think it's South America again, or?
No, it's close to the
Oh, no.
Mexican border. We're somewhere in Southern California here. Well, that looks interesting. Okay, and
Yep, close to the Mexican border.
Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, 29 Palms. All right. I'd I think we're gonna take that one. That doesn't look too bad. Okay.
Looks good to me. What chat room are you going to load it into?
The general chat room, I would say. There is the plan. Where's the general chat room? There we go.
Got it.
Excellent. So I'm going to try to load this up into my... Open the flight plan. Nope. And that was in the download folder. Here we go. All right. It seems to be working. I just want to take a quick look at the electronic flight book. If it actually loads in here, it's not going to load in my Kodiak. I know that, but just to make sure that this file is compatible to 2024, it should be. And of course it isn't. What the frickin' hell? Why does it not work? Load the flight plan. Come on over. No, doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to export
2020?
What plane are you loading it into?
I'm not trying to load it in any plane. It's just the electronic flight book. The EFB. It's not dependent on any plane, per se. I'm going to export it again.
Oh, okay, before you spawned in.
Exactly. I'm going to export it again.
Not working.
Come again?
Doesn't work.
Yep, wait a second. I think I might have to change the... Now it's working. I've exported in little nav map, so I'm going to give you the other file. I might need to change the template for the random flight generator. It's basically an XML file.
Delete the other posts so people don't get confused.
Yep, I will. There we go. Yeah, there's the templates are actually different from 2020 and 24. So let's go to, what is the initial airfield? Which one was the one? Kilo Tango November Papa. Kilo Tango November Papa. 29.
So what speed are you thinking we're going to fly?
We set a speed of 120 knots in the generator, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna fly, I don't know.
So if I use an NX Cub that goes about 130, I'll be good?
I think so. I believe that might be a good fit. I could use the NX Cub as well. I haven't flown this in a long time. That's a good idea, actually. Let's see, and then loading the flight plan is going to work because it's a native model, a 2024 native. Where is it?
I love the NX Cub.
Where is the Cub? There it is.
What's the...
No, it's not.
Airport code again?
Kilo
Tango November.
Tango November Papa.
29 Palms.
Exactly. What the heck? There it is. Okay. Meinhorf? Are you on the server, on the Discord? Can you download the flight plan? Or do you just want to fly along and follow us? You can do that as well. So let's set it to 10 o'clock. somewhere around this time. Interesting place. I'm not sure if I've ever been at this airfield. I don't think so. Somewhere in the Californian desert, obviously. What's wrong with my avatar? It's not moving properly with a lot of delay. You are on the server and are able to download the flight plan, right? Is that what I understood? What I can understand? What is happening? Oh, I'm in the wrong view. Oh, please, come on. Where is my plane? Something is odd. I'm flying. What do I need to do to make this work? Now I'm inside the view's completely borked. I don't know what's happening here. No, now it's better. Okay. But, here we go. So how do I turn this thing on? I have no idea. Let's see. We should probably put the mixture forward, and then there are probably some buttons here that might or might not work. They don't, of course they don't. Controls. I quickly need to change my controls. Give me a little minute. I didn't do that beforehand. I'm sorry. So, here we go. Well, that seems to be working. Or maybe not. Okay. Does anybody have an idea? Is there a button that I forgot to hit? Mr. is on. This is, oh, fuel pump might be a good idea. Nope, that didn't do it. It's a bit embarrassing, actually, but, you know, I'm going to just hit Control E. Does it work?
You have a fuel selector that you have to switch on?
I don't think so. What is this?
The red one on the left.
That one?
No, not that one. Left.
The left
That one, yeah.
On the far right, did you turn the key?
I did. Okay, we're somewhere here.
It's off.
Left. Let's.
This is off. That's fine.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna take a different plane. This is ridiculous. Stop it right there. Where's my Kodiak? I need my Kodiak. That's the only way that I can fly properly. Go back to the runway here. Where is it? Pick that one. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead. Alrighty. We do have a little bit of wind here, I would say. Meinhof is already in the air. Impatient. I am on my way to the end of the runway.
You start your engine? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did.
And
That's-
another ground engineer bites the dust.
It was a Marshall, and we've got lots of those. One more or less doesn't really matter. This is the only plane that I can actually fly properly. Alrighty. Vinny, do you have the flight plan? I need to make better preparations for next time. You have the flight plan loaded into your Grand Caravan, I guess?
Yeah.
Would you do us the honors and go first?
Oh, not quite ready to take off.
Oh, okay. Then let's wait a couple of hours and see what's happening.
Just a minute.
Right. It really is unfortunate that I cannot load this stuff into this. Maybe. I'm just going to try it again. Maybe it works. You never know. So send to avionics. Nah, doesn't work. That would have been an extraordinary coincidence. Meinhof, what are you flying? I cannot see you yet. Let's see. You are in a... Oh, you're on the ground. You're in an NX Cub. Awesome. Obviously, you know how to fly it. Or at least start. And we've got okay with us tonight. Hello, okay. What are you flying? What is this? Is that an extra, something like that? And it's got a custom livery with a bull on it. Or what is this? Yeah, that's a bull. That's an extra with a red bull. No, a bull something. Red Bull logo, something like that.
What is the weather like here?
Awesome.
Going nearest META.
Okay, I can lead now if you want me to.
Please go ahead.
Rolling.
Do your worst. I need to find a solution. Because if we're doing this more often with a random flight, I need a plane that is going to be able to use the flight plan. I'm not going to put it in the Garmin system each time. That sucks. Kloppo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Go ahead and follow.
I'm just waiting for people to take off.
Okay.
Of course, I probably should get going since I'm in a slow plane.
What kind of knots can you do in that thing, Klopp?
I can do 130 pretty easy.
It might make sense for me to get acquainted with the NX Cub, because I like that plane, but we really need a plane, at least for me, that is able to load flight planes. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. What's the torque? 2200. Or SimWorks Studios at some point will get their act together and publish a version for 2024. That might be that would be my preferred solution for all of this. Where is Vinny? There we go.
Is Meinhor flying an MH60, a helicopter?
That's what he says on Twitch. Yes, but I see him in an NX Cub. That's the usual problem. Is the MH60, is that a payware add-on?
No.
No, it's default.
Yes, it is. I think it is. I have it, but I don't have it loaded, so that's probably why I'm seeing him in an X Cup.
Yeah, somebody started with an NX Cub. That's you, Kloppo, and because of you, he's also in an NX Cub. It could have been something else. Could have been a Caravan, of course, but it's always copying some model from one of the other guys that are around in the vicinity. It's weird. Very, very weird. So, what do we know about this place here? Is there obviously there are the Marines to the north, and we seem to have a whole lot of traffic in the air. Is that VATSIM traffic? No, that's AI traffic. Why do I have AI traffic? I turned that off. I think I did. So, has anybody of you been here in this area before? In this part of California? I haven't.
I have flown
It's
over
near
it.
Death Valley, I think. I drove a little bit this way going to when my kids got into college. My wife and I decided to drive a car from Washington, Oregon, I guess it was, all the way down Highway 1 along the coast.
That's
We went
awesome.
to LA, then went over to through a lot of the sequoias and so forth, and then saw the redwoods and everything, and then went over to Las Vegas and then down to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. So we kind of went a little bit this way.
Okay. Yeah.
There was a Air Force base when I was in college that I know was east of LA, and it was some proving grounds, and it was one of these places where they wouldn't give you an interview, but everybody got a job offer from, and it was kind of, I think they didn't want to interview anybody coming for an interview because they knew you wouldn't take the job because it was such a desolate place and there was nothing around. It was just kind of like a proving ground. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
No, I definitely didn't take the job.
Let's see. Where are you flying? Vinny? You still there?
Yeah. Do you see my nameplate?
I do, but you're somewhat stuck in the air. Or you're very slow. I'm flying 130 knots, and you seem to be very slow.
Yeah, I'm flying around the same speed. I can go a lot faster, but trying to pedal a little slower.
Okay. Okie dokie. On the other hand, I could put in the destinations. I mean, 40 miles away, pretty easy to do. We'll find out rhythm. But it's a nice area here. I like desolate places.
This is supposed to be near Joshua Tree National Park. I just heard say intentions talking about it, and they said, the guy says, "Oh, since we're in this 29 Palms area, the most notable point around here is the 29 Palms Airport."
Mm-hmm.
So left.
Was that the what's his name, Two-Tone Murphy, or did you pick someone else?
No, it was Two-Tone Murphy. It was,
Okay.
and that, it was the airport we took off from.
Okay. Well, he's right. That was 29 Palms.
Yeah, if I hear anything interesting from him, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. Let's see. We can take a look at the map. There is what's coming up. This is Niland Airport is the next one, and we've got another military area below. There's a gunnery range, gunnery naval base. And there's El Centro. Okay, but that still belongs. It sounds Mexican, but it still belongs to California. I think I have at least flown this route because I've flown this route in the simulator once because it's part of the flight of passage, actually, because the boys went as far down south as I think San Diego. Not San Diego. What's it called down there? The city. The big one, close to the Mexican border. Come on. It is San Diego. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is San Diego.
But I personally have not been that far south. I did pretty much the same that you did, Klopo. We went from we rented but we didn't go by car, but we rented a what's it called, the camper van, but a big one. It's not mobile home, but
recreational vehicle.
Yeah, an RV basically. Yeah, and we went from San Francisco to Seattle and then back down until let me take a look at the map. Los Angeles, and then over to Las Vegas, and then the usual tourist stuff, but that's about this. I think that's what you did, right? About the same.
Yeah. We went to that western edge of the Grand Canyon where you walk on that thing where where you look through and see the canyon below you, the glass thing where you have to put socks on and stuff.
And I'll never forget because I also had the opportunity to get to go into the what's it called, the Yellowstone Park, and see Old Faithful, and there was a really nice guy with a Harley Davidson, and he had something that you can put in at the back of your car, or I'm not sure what it's called. You pull it. It's something that you put to the back of your car. You can hook up to it and then pull it around. What's it called?
A trailer?
Yeah, but not something to live in, but it was a coffin. And he had an entire arm hanging out of it. Of course, it was just fake installation, but it was cool, and I thought he had a really nice setup there. And he was an old guy with a beard, your classic Harley Davidson driver. He smelled a bit funny because I think he hadn't been washing himself for a while. And he was on a huge road trip, obviously, with this little coffin. It was awesome. So, just the next destination. Let's see. I'm going to have to pick up the CN Charlie November 64. I'm going to have to put this in here. Charlie November 64. Doesn't even show up in the Garmin system, or does it? Activate. It kind of does, but it doesn't have a name. Interesting. It's only known by the name of CN64. And
This is interesting terrain.
Oh, yes, it is. Oka is doing formation flying with Meinhorf over there. These two guys they might have thrown a rope to each other, and he's pulling him. Meinhorf. Yeah, you do show up as an MH60, at least on the name tag, but
I must be out ahead of everybody. I'm at this airport. Are we supposed to land at this Neyland Airport or the Desert Center, or which one?
the Scene 64. What is it called? Does
We
it have?
Charlie November 64.
It's the Desert Center. Yes. Let's do a quick. It does have a racetrack. We could go taxi on the racetrack. Actually, no, but yeah, we're gonna do a touch and go. We're not gonna land, are we? No. Let's do a touch and go, and then
Strip.
Come again?
This is interesting. It looks like they've been strip mining here.
Okay. You're way ahead of me. Meinhorf, you're telling me I'm supposed to have the MH60. Why exactly should I want this? Kloppo, you have it, right?
I do. It's kind of interesting because you can start fires. I think it's the one where you can start fires and put them out. You can.
What?
And then you have to go dip your thing. You have to pick up the bucket and then go pick up water out of a lake or something and then go dump it on the fire until it goes out.
Oh, so it's a firefighting.
That's one of them. There's several different missions you can do. Firefighting is one of them, and then there's, I think there's weapons too, but I didn't really try that one. I just tried the firefighting.
Weapons. Okay. So people can shoot each other? Does it have a targeting system or something?
Well, so you can shoot. I don't think you can shoot each other, but you can shoot something.
Okay. Some targets.
Well, you're supposed to shoot people that are, shoot something that's coming up on you. My experience was it was very difficult to see what you're hitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to hit, but you don't really get to see the explosions or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It might be another reason you hate Microsoft.
Oh, I do. There's no doubt about that. I think we might actually be a little quick here, looking at how far we're already down the. Oh yeah, next time we're gonna have to pick a longer route. We're all too quick, or we're
I
gonna
wonder
have to.
what this stuff is out here.
This here is a Mayan temple. I don't know. It looks like a mine, right? Or are you talking about something else?
There's it looks like solar panels or
Oh yeah,
something just right out here in the middle of the desert.
a
Is that
massive
solar
solar
power?
farm. That might be the case. Sure, why not? I mean, you probably won't find.
Jacob, what do you think? Is this a big solar farm here? You just flew over it.
Sorry,
It
what's
looks like, it looks like
it looks like
go ahead.
it looked like crops to me,
What?
but it could be.
I don't
green
think so,
plants.
because why would they have buildings every little
Yeah.
bit? That doesn't
It could
make
be a
sense.
solar plant, but it looks weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. It looks like something that I saw in an AI movie where it took over the world.
Uh-huh.
One of the
Terminator.
X-File movies.
Oh. Or it could be a kind of, it could be a massive an experiment, a massive satellite dish. It's not necessarily like what's it called, concave, but it's on the ground, and it could possibly pick up alien signals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
No, I don't think so. But I need to create my conspiracy theories here on the fly. Is there
Well, I know that the buildings are not always accurately portrayed
they are
because
not,
I
that's
flew
true.
over my cousin's turkey sheds and they looked like apartment buildings.
Yep, my house looks a little bit different from what is in reality as well. But I can at least I can make out that it is my building because it's at the right place. But it doesn't really look like the real thing.
And the turkey sheds were in the right location, but it looked like there was a bunch of apartment buildings there. And I thought, man, if the turkey's going to live in places like that, they got it pretty good.
Yeah, they're gonna be transferred into this luxury mansion shortly before they're gonna be eaten. So this is their final.
That's right, unless they get the president's amnesty.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about this president, but in general, looking at the past, that was amnesty. I think this is a solar farm. Pretty sure. But the solar panels are not that big, really. But I think it's a solar farm. There are these little buildings here. Or maybe not. You're landing, all of you. That's awesome. Where is the runway?
You're flying perpendicular to it.
Mm-hmm.
You really need to get into the NX Cub because it is so fun to fly because you can land without worrying about doing a nose plant.
Yeah, that's what I like about the NX Cub, because the other Cubs, I've never really been. Maybe it's a matter of me not having found the right setup yet, but I really have a hard time flying the tail draggers. For some reason, they are always spinning on the ground no matter what I do. I try to accelerate slowly, and I never really have been able to get to grips with that.
I thought the Draco X is horribly difficult to maneuver.
That kind of works for me, but the Cubs don't, and the what else does not work? I had lots of difficulties with I'm gonna have to show up. I'm gonna switch planes. I'm not gonna take the NX Cub. I'm not gonna be able to start it. For some reason, it doesn't work.
Don't you have it so you can just hit a switch and it all just goes?
I have you can
Or
of
you
course
have-
hit
that's
Control
cheating.
E. Maybe I can try.
Yeah, something like that.
I can try, of course. There's dust coming up. Somebody was flying. That is Outfretra. Okay, just a second. I'm going to try to pick up that next Cub one more time. In the flight. Let's see, NX Cub. There we go. And then I'm just going to spawn here. Set as departure, maybe on the ground, ready for takeoff, so I don't have to take care of the startup procedure. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a nimble little plane, really. Okay, I'm back in the air, and it's probably going to take off after a couple of feet. Oh yeah, this is like a little flea.
Yeah, it's definitely probably my favorite bush plane.
Mm-hmm.
Found out that with the Draco you never give full throttle. That's the only thing you have to be careful about, and it's very easy to fly.
The Draco.
If you want
Mm-hmm.
the Draco, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you're taking off 1/3 or half throttle is more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Otherwise, you could.
Though when I land with the Draco, I found out I have to have the stick or my stick pulled all the way back just to keep it up. And even when you're taking off, if you're using the rudder pedals, I have to have it all the way back. Otherwise, it just goes crazy. I don't know if I don't have something set right or what.
Oh, look at that. I can actually load up the flight plan. That is awesome. Now, how do I select the next waypoint? How does that work? It doesn't. I should probably pull back on the power a little bit. So where, I'm going to have to take a look at the little nav map. Oh, dude. It's actually a little bit funny that you have this massive computer in a plane like the Cub. It's like a flying like a flying laptop. But it works. It's a nice plane.
It might be even faster than the Kodiak.
I do not think so. Maybe if I put it if I put it to 80,000 feet and then let it fall from the sky, that might work. But it's quite quick. It really is. Kloppo was right. This thing can easily do 130. Not bad. What is this down here? A trailer park? An amusement park? No. It looks like some kind of settlement. It's a trailer park, right? It looks like a trailer park. Does it have a name? Where's my mouse? It's called Lake Tamarisk. Oh. Yep, Meinhorf. The thing is, I'm not really into helicopters, but if they're, because I need to pick up a joystick for this, because obviously I'm flying with a yoke usually, and then I'm not sure. I've never tried to fly a helicopter with a yoke, but I could try, of course.
It kind of works.
It does? Okay. But I will try it once, but I'm really more the fixed wing kind of guy. Why can I not select a different waypoint? What is it? This thing is a touch screen, right? Obviously, I can touch things, and it is reacting.
Can you click on the buttons on the left side of the waypoints?
I did try to do that, but it doesn't work. Then I try to turn the bug, but it's not going to select anything else. Not rotate. Oh, maybe I should hit the button? No.
Is there a direct button?
Yeah,
there is a
direct button, yes. And then oh no, wait a minute, cancel. And then but it didn't load up a flight plan. No.
FPL 001 or 2?
It's 2 now, I think. But what is this? Is this what kind of Garmin system is this? The 3000?
I think so.
Okay. No. This is not what I want. Go back. So, menu. That traffic nearest airports. That's okay. That's good. I want that. Inset windows. It's all nice. Flight controls. Oh, dude, this has a lot of stuff here. Sim brief.
Do we land at that 73CL or is
yes,
that,
please. We landed every single waypoint. Oh, you mean the one that's coming up right here? No.
Yep.
That wasn't my original intention, but we can do it, of course. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm glad I don't. Actually, there are a couple of little lakes here. We could also use what are these called? Water planes or planes that can land on the water.
Amphibious with
Amphibious
floats.
planes, right?
You know, yesterday I was messing around. I was thinking of, you were always asking for things to do. You got any suggestions? So I was on ChatGPT and I said, what are the world's most famous rivers? And then I thought it would be interesting to do start at the very beginning of a river and fly to the very end, and in
Oh
different
dear.
famous rivers all over the world. And so I started, and I played around with it yesterday. I started with the Mississippi because I've been to where the Mississippi starts
Mm-hmm.
up in Minnesota, and I could not believe how small that little river is when it starts right out of a lake, and then it winds
Mm-hmm.
all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
going north, south, every which way, and then it eventually starts widening out. When it gets further south in Minnesota, and it gets, starts getting really wide, you know, close to where I live in Iowa. I'm not, I mean, 40 miles away or so, but it's just fascinating how different rivers, and there's quite a few interesting places along rivers to see, but it's not always in very mountainous areas though.
It's an awesome idea, actually. Following rivers. There are a lot of interesting rivers all over the world.
In Europe, it gave the Danube. I thought that would be an interesting one, and it would be interesting for somebody that kind of knows the area. And so, like, if you wanted to fly down the Mississippi, I pretty much know a lot of the area from Minnesota down to through Missouri, but I don't. Once it gets much further south than that, I really don't know much about down in Memphis, other than, yeah, that's where Elvis is from.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. But yeah, it doesn't really matter whether you know a whole lot about the place as long as it's nice to. I mean, we could, of course, use ChatGPT and or even the say intentions guys. I think we could also use a different voice than just always use two-tone Murphy, because at some point it's going to get boring. But it might be worth a shot. We could, once we've finally finished the Pacific Edge tour, we could do something like a river tour.
What does a yellow cross on the runway mean?
It means you're not.
If you got one of those amphibious planes, like a Cub that has the floats on it or something, then I mean you could fly under bridges and stuff, and I know on the Mississippi, they have the Gateway Arch, and there's different things to see along rivers a lot of times that are kind of famous sites. It depends on where you are, but if you flew down the Mississippi, that's kind of in the heartland of the United States, so you're not going to get a lot of mountainous scenery like this, but you'd see a lot of various cities and so forth.
Oh, I can turn with you, Outfretter. My thing has. I am in the zero, and you're flying. What the heck are you flying? It might be a
Kodiak.
No. I am. If I had a nice little 50 cal, I could possibly shoot your gear. There's these balloonish tires here.
My gear is up.
They, they would be awesome targets, practice targets. They would pop. There we go. Okay, let's see. What's the next waypoint? I lost track of where we're supposed to go.
I'm not going to help you again this time.
Kilo Taco Romeo Munchies.
Are you hungry?
No.
Taco Munchies.
I'm not good at No, I made a mistake here. You're gonna go, aren't you? I'm not good at the aviation alphabet. That's all. But I think taco and munchies, that sounds like a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
You're far ahead, Vinny.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are. You put on
I wasn't paying
autopilot.
attention.
Yeah, sure. That is what I
I'll
suspected.
do a full stop landing and wait for you.
Oh, that is very nice. I need to adjust this thing is overly sensitive to my inputs here. Holy cow. I hardly move the... Yeah, I need to adjust. You go ahead and fly, and I'm going to adjust my yoke, because otherwise it doesn't really make any... It's not fun. The alpha hardware settings, and then adjust the right axes and put in a...
Two-Tone Murphy just said that this is where they trained during World War II to prepare for going to North Africa.
Oh, man. Well, it looks like Africa.
It does.
That's better. Okay. Yep, it does. Africa. But I don't see no... what are these animals called in English with a long necks? Giraffe?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I don't see no giraffes.
You know, it'd be interesting going down the Nile too, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes. And the Amazon...
See if we could find Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, okay. Yep, probably. And let me think what might be interesting as well. The Mississippi is interesting. Well, there are a couple of really interesting... no, they're not interesting.
Danube, the Amazon could be interesting.
Yep, that one. But it's going to get... I think the Amazon, isn't it a bit difficult to follow because it's got so many different arms, or I don't know, what can you call them, tentacles? They're going away from the main river. Sometimes you might not even be able to determine which one is the main part of the Amazon. At least...
Well, I think if you made the flight plan, because you can look at the on
yeah, sure,
little nav map, you can actually see, because that was when I was following the Mississippi. I actually made a flight plan from the beginning of the Mississippi to Minneapolis, which is in Minnesota, and it was probably 300 nautical miles just in Minnesota, because it was winding around and doing so many interesting things, even though I didn't fly every curve, but just trying to see the river the whole time was quite interesting. I mean, it wasn't mountainous or anything, but Minnesota has a lot of big lakes, and it's just interesting how the river goes through these lakes, and then you have to know kind of where it's coming out of the lake going into the river again, which was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, even the flights are not necessarily, it's all about the scenery. It's more just about the conversation and so forth. And so sometimes it's kind of nice when the flights are boring. It's kind of like being on a cruise where you just want to go visit and hang out without having to worry about you're going to miss some famous site or something to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think the places you fly over could be things to talk about. So an interesting route is a plus.
By the way, Pipefly, yes, I'm using my trim. Now, the thing was that the sensitivity of the axis was too high, so but I'm using the trim, of course. And yes, you might be right. It's called phonetic alphabet, and I am able to use it. But
You're just too sensitive.
I like to make fun of these names here, of the codes, of the airfield codes. Outfretter, you're far away, far ahead.
I'm doing only 110 knots.
That is an interesting little castle down there. It doesn't belong here. And there are lots of trucks on the satellite imagery. There's Meinhof. Hello there. Which highway is that? That's the I-10. Okay. How much fuel do I have left? Okay. The Cub has an interesting place to actually display the fuel. Usable fuel 3 gallons. Okay. I only know the fuel gauge from the original old Cub, and it was even more difficult, I think, to actually make sense of. But it's a good place, really. I have a new message from somebody. Piefly. Oh, he's on the server. Hello there. Hi there. Oh, there's Okoko right behind me, and Meinhof is on my 6. If he had a 50 cal, I'd be history as well. And what city is coming up? Indio. Okay. And where is the border? Oh, we're not that close to the border yet. And there's something called Salton Sea on the left-hand side. Somebody is posting. So, is there pictures on the gallery? What is it? Piefly. That is the one at the top. Is that an AI generated plane? Yeah, looks. What is it? No, it's a 172, right? No, it's a 82. It's a 182 with a retractable gear. And the one below, that's the MH60, I guess. And I'm hitting the mountain.
Yeah.
Almost. Where the hell's?
We don't need a 50 cal.
No. You just wait out me killing myself. That's all right.
Do we make a full stop at the next airport, or
yes,
touch and go?
No, let's make a quick full stop.
What airport's that going to be?
Hi there. This is the next stop.
KTRM, Kilo Tango Romeo Mike.
Exactly. I thought you wouldn't want to help
that
me
was
anymore.
quick and kind of garbled. What was that?
Kilo Tango Romeo Mike.
Kilo Tango Romeo Mike. I'll see if I can catch up to you guys there.
Awesome. Piefly, where did you get these pictures? Are they AI generated? You're allowed to admit it, but these usually AI doesn't work that well. Actually, it's difficult to say. The pictures look pretty cool, but almost too cool to be real. What is this? In the sim, oh, but you did retouch it. I mean, in the sense that you've used Photoshop to apply some filters or stuff like that, because the what's it called, the effect, the vignette effect, for example.
Vignette, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No filters, just color editing. Okay. But the vignette effect, is that something that you can apply? Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, but it looks nice. Pretty pictures. There are AI planes here. I'm gonna have to turn off AI planes when I'm on the ground. Once I'm on the ground, I don't like that. In which direction does the runway point? Is there a runway that you just did you pick a proper one, or did you just fly in straight?
There's no flying in straight. The wind is variable 3 knots.
Variable, and from which direction?
The closest variable.
Yeah,
The
but
closest
the
runway
general
from-
direction.
Variable.
Currently.
The windsock seems to indicate 17.
Okay. Variable. Okay. I'm gonna try.
It's not a lot of wind.
3 knots is not a whole lot. No. 2 knots actually. No, 3 knots. Let's extend
Willets.
flags.
Yes, sir.
Sure. By the way, I'm sorry I forgot. You were with us during the last flight. What was your first name, or the nickname that we should?
Kyle.
Come again?
My name is Kyle.
Kyle, right. Sorry. Forgot. Nice of you to join us again, Kyle. Outfretter, you're overtaking me.
I would have been here sooner, but I had to get off work.
No problem. This is, I like to call it hop on, hop off tours, because it's, we can actually do something like this that you can join in later on and fly as long as you want. It's one of the nice things about this multiplayer stuff. Okie dokie. I'm gonna vacate the runway here really quickly. Is somebody else behind me? Yep. Oko. He's got a funny name. Oko Coke. Okie doke. But Kloppo, there is quite a possibility that we're gonna first, if you turn in too quickly, then we're gonna end up doing a wing strike in this little plane, because the gear is I mean, it's good enough for the plane, but it's not very stable. And if there's a lot of wind, you're going to be blown away, I guess, in this nice little airplane. But it's fun. Very responsive.
Yeah,
I see Meinhof. He looks like a plane, but he flies like a helicopter. So
Yep, he's in a MH60.
I know.
Oh, okay.
It's a funny sight.
It is. It happens all the time during the bush diver flights because many people like to fly the helicopters there. And I always use fixed wing aircraft, and then suddenly the planes are hovering above the ground, and it looks kind of funny.
I'm only recently noticing something about the nameplates now. They say what the model is that you're seeing, and then there's a vertical line, a pipe, and then the actual aircraft that the person's in. I don't know when they started doing that, but I've seen it a couple times now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just tilted my plane forward.
that's a nice picture.
No,
No.
it's not. Oh, come on, you little piece of crap. Where's my slew mode? Does anybody know the shortcut for vertical? The default shortcut? If there is any.
Blue mode? I have no idea.
Because
I think it's Shift Z to turn on your slew, and then Shift E maybe for vertical.
What is it with this shit software? Yeah, exactly. Shift C, you say?
Shift Z.
Shift
Zoom.
Z. Okay, Z. I see. Yep, that did work. Awesome. It was enough to actually hit Shift Z, and then it would go back to a proper
Right itself.
right itself, exactly. Okoka. I kind of like your livery, the bull. I want that on my little Kodiak. All right, so what's the next waypoint? Let's see, S54CL.
Can I make a 2-minute break?
Oh yes, we can do that, of course.
I'll get in the queue and then I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Awesome. Right. I'm sorry. I just turned off my plane. What the heck? I have the wrong settings here. Yeah. There's my parking brake. That's not the parking brake. Where is it? Is that the parking brake? No, that is something else. Let's see. Does this thing even have a parking brake? I'm kind of lost. Maybe between the legs? No. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I might want to switch tanks. Nope. Kloppo, where the heck is
right beside you?
Where's yeah, I know, but where is the parking brake? Does this thing have a parking brake?
Does, but
you don't know where.
Have it mapped to a key.
Okay. Weird stuff. Oh no, that's the I could actually fly with the doors open, couldn't I? Oh, I exited the plane. That wasn't the plan. Interesting little thing. I'm such a noob.
I am back, so whenever you guys are ready.
I am. Okay.
Yeah, you got back in your plane?
Yes, I did. Okay, let's go, people. Is that the right direction, or we should turn right?
Should turn right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my next task will be to familiarize myself with the NX Cub and the nice little Garmin system that we have here, because that might make things easier. But I like the Cub. It's nice.
That is a weird departure, Meinhorf.
What did he do? I didn't see.
He lifted straight up and then
Oh, all right.
pointed his nose to the ground to pick up speed.
Yeah, that's a helicopter, a helo guy. By the way, I think
H60.
Yeah, the yesterday we had when we were the day before yesterday when we had a visit from Ace Driver. I think Ace Driver is the guy from Jamaica. But it was good to see that he is still there. I think he's the one who maybe he's somewhere else now, but I think he's the guy from Jamaica.
I flew with him last night at the Headley guys.
Mm-hmm. So do you know him a little? Do you know that he's?
I don't. I'm new to all these groups. I just remember the name.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, because obviously Jamaica got hit so hard by the hurricane. We were wondering if something happened to him. Fortunately, obviously, it didn't happen. Nothing happened to him. That's awesome. But I might be wrong. He might not even be the guy from Jamaica. But his accent sounds a bit like that. He's been joining in every now and then.
How high are these hills?
Higher than the golf course below. That one looks awesome. It looks so completely out of place here in the desert.
Looks really cool in VR.
It does?
It is.
Okay.
It does.
Why? What does it make look good in VR? Is there some special reason?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks different to me. I've had issues with my VR, and I don't know what change I made, but suddenly it's doing really well. And I did that entire heli flight last night with it, and now I'm flying this one with it. So I guess I'm just not used to it.
Okay.
Which VR headset do you have?
I have an HTC Vive, like the original Vive, so it's an older one, but it seems to be doing well. Actually, I think you guys gave me the best piece of advice about turning off the wake turbulence. I think that was the biggest thing that made a difference.
Oh yeah, that just totally shut everything down. And it seems like, yeah, in group flight and you get wave turbulence, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's also a very exaggerated effect. I think I had it turned off once it was available, and I flew behind somebody and I got blown away, or it was kind of unrealistic. On the other hand, it was so weird and strong and somewhat random. Of course, I have not had the opportunity to fly a plane through a wake turbulence myself, but it didn't feel right. So, Outpredator, what would you say? Is this realistic, what's happening in here? Have you had the opportunity to do some wake turbulence flying in your career?
I did have some wake turbulence encounters, but
Nothing that actually made you crash.
nothing that made me crash.
That's good.
But I try to avoid it because it's not fun.
I guess so.
Wake turbulence is most persistent on very calm days when there's no wind.
Mm-hmm.
And the wake turbulence just hangs there, and it's mostly early in the morning when you had a long flight and you're sleepy and you're trying to get ready for approach to Amsterdam, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're all flying the same route, the noise abatement route, RNAV route,
Mm-hmm.
to get to the airport, and when the wind is right or the wind is wrong, then you always hit the other guys with wake turbulence.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just flying. Wait, I have to dial in a bit more altitude, otherwise I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get some other sort of turbulence,
Mm-hmm.
mountainous turbulence.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
And so it happened to me once that one morning we flying to Amsterdam, and I hit the guys the aircraft ahead of us. We flew into this wake turbulence 3 times
Mm-hmm.
in about 5 minutes, and it just upsets the plane, and not by much, but enough to get you awake,
I see.
to not be funny.
Mm-hmm. What is the immediate effect that are you going to lose altitude, or is just going to be like turbulence and the
You're gonna roll.
plane is rocking? You're going to roll.
No, you're gonna roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That's not fun. If it's not something that you're actually planning to do.
If it's not intended, no.
Yeah.
And it can be quite violent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you're light enough, you can roll up to 45 degrees or even more.
What?
But, not in a big aircraft.
Okay. Yeah, but the Cub probably
Well,
would.
even
But if you're, you were in a, what was it, the type that you were flying, A320?
330.
330. Okay, but it will be affected by wake turbulence, I guess. Not necessarily that it falls from the sky, but enough that it's noticeable, right?
To shake you awake.
Okay. Shaky. I haven't seen animals in a long time. The last time that I saw animals was, let me think, it was some kind of event we were flying. But during all the flights that we did in the last time, I never saw any kind of animal. And I have it turned on. Fauna is on.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
I
I
have
think
it
they
in
broke
ultra,
something.
Still not very many.
I thought we saw sheep or something the other night.
We did? Maybe you. But I hate Microsoft, so they have stripped me of all kinds of fauna that it might exist.
Not just you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember just flying around randomly. I would find deer lying in the grass next to the runway and stuff, and I haven't seen anything like that in, I don't know, a month or more.
Mm-hmm.
It's duck season.
Duck? Okay.
Wabbit season.
Do I need a shotgun? Mm-hmm.
Guess how I did that?
I would say you made it using your mouth.
I used your soundboard.
Mine. Okay.
Yes, the one on your Discord server.
I do have one. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Quack is in there.
Uh-huh.
Is Bang also in there?
Oh, let's see. I need
Oh no,
take
have to
a
look. Yeah.
Where's my soundboard? Do I have something like this here? I should. Where is it?
It's just above the gear. The button just above the gear if you have it.
I have no. There's no button for a gear here. This is a fixed gear aircraft.
No, the gear icon.
I know, dude.
Lower left.
Let's see. Activities.
You got a golf clap and a sad horn, an air horn, crickets.
There's.
Oh, there you go. Somebody found it.
Oh, there's.
Can you guys hear that?
I found it. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole point of the soundboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, terrorize other people. That's the whole point.
Exactly. That's right.
Outfretter. I could, of course, activate the autopilot. This plane is so nicely trimmed out currently, it's easy to let it fly on its own. I don't touch the controls at all. It's nicely trimmed out. Can switch to an external view. This is something that rarely ever happens with a Kodiak. It's difficult to trim that one out properly. But this one here, practically flying by itself.
You could try flying it manually by moving side to side in your seat.
Yes, I could. That is a good idea. I could also bring in I don't know, like a hamster that is, you could put it on the ground somewhere. No, not a hamster. It's got to be something bigger. Does anybody of you guys know there's a YouTuber called Trevor something, and he's flying I think he's flying a Kit Fox or something, and he's done a couple of hundreds of videos even, and he's had a dog in his lap during flying. I mean, the obviously the dog did enjoy it, but that wouldn't necessarily be something that I'd do, because the dog, I mean, if he's scared or he needs to poop, then what the hell are you going to do? Can't just throw him out of the window. Or no, Trent Palmer. That's his name, I think. You might have heard of him. Or maybe not. Nobody's confirming. Outfretter.
Is there a way to tell the random flight generator to pick a minimum runway length?
I could put. I actually have hard-coded this because I wanted to have minimum length, runway length. But yes, we could do. We could make it selectable. You could put in a minimum length or a maximum length. Why? Do you have an idea?
I'm looking between the trees and not sure what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think I found it.
Okay. Now I have put in a minimum length of, I think, 1,000 feet. As you
1,000 feet. Wow.
1,000 feet. Yes. The thing is that obviously, if you want to, the flight generator is meant for fixed-wing aircraft, so we need a minimum length of runway. And fortunately, you can this kind of information is included in the airport data that we're pulling out of the simulator. There's a lot of stuff that's not included, unfortunately, but the runway length is one of them that we have access to, which is good.
I'm not sure if it's a runway, but I'm going to land on it.
Oh, yeah.
Or touch and go on it.
Well, now that I'm looking at the clock, I think the choice here wasn't that bad when it comes to the length of the flight plan.
Trip?
Yeah, length of the trip is pretty good, I guess. Got 2 more legs, but they're not very long. No, 1 more leg. So what did we put in? Some 40 miles per leg, I think, and 3 legs to 3 waypoints.
Yep.
Okay. Kloppo is diving. What are you doing? Are you trying to ram yourself into the ground? This looks dangerous.
I'm just having fun, man. I just couldn't see how fast this can get down to altitude.
Okay, I see. I'll call an ambulance.
I didn't see that airport was coming up, and I had to get down quickly.
What did you do there?
Oh, I just was checking the wing strength.
There's okay, Coca. Hello. It's unfortunate that we're not able to speak to you, but I like your nickname. It's awesome. Okay, Ka. Which one is the runway? There are lots of streets or roads that look like runways, but...
Just aim for my nameplate.
That's the... Oh, dude, this looks like a regular road. Okay.
I'm parked right at the threshold.
Okay. Meinhof is on the other side of... Oh, yes, you're in a helicopter. You can do that. Interesting little airfield. The Cub just doesn't want to connect with the ground. That was one hell of a flare. Almost all the way down to the runway at 50 knots. I mean, this thing.
He's the floater.
The next runway is Agua Caliente. Isn't that hot water?
Yeah. Maybe it's something like Hot Springs.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's not in Mexico yet, right? It should be still in the United States. Agua Caliente. Yep, that is still in the States. Close to the border, but not quite there yet.
I see an animal.
Where?
It's crossing the runway. It's on the runway.
Okay. What kind of animal is that?
Can't say, but
It's something.
print screen.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's a cricket. Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to find some sounds for the soundboard. I did say that last time, but you know, there's only so much time that you can spend on stuff. The extra really looks nice. I'm not sure I would be able to fly this plane without killing myself instantly, but it looks nice. Is that an extra? I think so. And there's a, actually the road has tarmac, but the runway doesn't. These guys are cheap. They should have invested a little bit into their, where's the runway? There it is.
We should have landed on the road.
Absolutely. They're not,
Actually, the road has trees in it.
yeah, I see him right there in front of it. That's nice. Trees are growing roads. Okay, let's take off. If everybody's ready, we can just go ahead and take
Ready.
off.
Okay.
Do it.
See if I can make some dust.
So over in Europe, do they have these little runway things where you build homes around them? It's real popular around especially in Iowa and places where pilots will, people that have small airplanes, they'll want to have it right near their house, and they'll, I think these are all just places where you can have an airplane and you're real close by and just pull it out from your area and take off.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pilot community?
Yeah, do they have that and many of those in Europe?
No. No, that's an American thing, I think.
Not that I knew of. Now, there's not a whole lot of space like in the United States where you just put in a airfield wherever you like. It's not possible here. Maybe in Spain, but not in Germany. Every inch of landscape is being either used for what's it called?
Agriculture?
Yeah, exactly. Agriculture or something else. Residential areas, industrial areas.
Well, and they keep, because I live in a state where it's very agricultural.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see them, these small towns expanding, and you think of that song, I think it was in the 60s, Pave Over Paradise and Put Up a Parking Lot.
Mm-hmm.
Joni Mitchell.
Remember that song?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Joni
Big
Mitchell.
Yellow Taxi.
That's the one.
Who was it?
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell. The Big
Oh,
Yellow
yeah,
Taxi.
that's right.
Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Do you know the entire song? We could. Oh, please, if you'd not mind singing it, I could make a recording and put that on the soundboard.
Are we adding karaoke to these flights now?
Please, that would be something new.
It would.
So Jacob, in your opinion, if you've been on a flight simulator and you kind of familiarize yourself with a couple of the airplanes, and the pilot has had a heart attack, what are the probability that you think that somebody that's practiced on a flight simulator would be actually able to land a real plane?
Oh, dude, this question. I think that almost any possible flight simulator pilot has asked himself that kind of question. No, I would want go ahead. Outfretter. I'm curious. That is a good one.
It's hard to tell. There are so many things that you can forget or go wrong, or it's.
I mean, if it was a Cessna 172 versus a Airbus 330,
Airbus
Yeah,
will land itself.
Exactly.
maybe, if you can configure it, right?
if you
That
can
much is
find the right
true.
buttons. The 172, I'd give you a chance in an Airbus or a Boeing 737. No.
Yep. Apparently, in this country, all you need is a driver's license, and you can fly a 172 as a light
Yeah,
sport.
that's
I
the
think
new
is the
rule.
class. Yep.
What is that all about?
You just show up at wherever they give the certificate out for light sport, and show them a valid driver's license in the state that you're in,
Mhm.
and you can get a light sport certificate to fly, and the Cessna 172 is in that class.
Not
You don't
even
have to have anything else.
not
You
even
don't
a
have to do.
I thought you had to have like 10 hours of flight time.
chick ride or
I didn't
something.
hear that.
Even at
Okay.
that, 10 hours is not much.
No.
Not at all. But I mean, you
I
should.
think you will have a hard.
But in comparison, hey.
I think you will have a hard time finding an aircraft to rent. No one will rent you an aircraft unless with an instructor.
Unless they want the insurance instead of the plane.
If you're filthy rich and you buy a 172, and of course you can afford all the insurance that goes along with it, you could possibly just take off. I mean, if there's nothing else, if there are no requirements at all, that's you could just kill a whole lot of people with this. Why? I cannot imagine that this is allowed like that.
It's just a recent change to the light sport rule, like you said. But yeah, no, they have done that.
This is ridiculous. I mean, it's cool. I should go there and get a license, but still, I mean, there are a lot of people who don't have any kind of concept of flying a plane. Oh, there's Crunchy. There's somebody else flying with us.
If every one of you guys have, once in a while you pick another aircraft in Flight Sim, and then you have to spend a couple of hours to find out what's where.
That's true.
And if I took my driver's license to an FAA office and get a license, I'd have to spend some time, even in well, not in a 172 maybe, but
In a car.
you don't just step in and fly off.
Well,
So it's
I think the concept is
Well-
to make it easier to have a pathway to being able to fly. I don't think it's not just, hey, here I am, here's my license, give me a plane. But I as much as many of us would like to hear it be that way, I don't think that's the full thing. I think you have to read the entire rule on that. Don't get me wrong, 10 hours of training is not very much, but
no.
I mean, there's ultralights here in the States. You have to have no license at all for that, so you can hop in an ultralight and take off.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's minimal. And essentially, this falls under that same classification, maybe with a little bit more requirement for training.
Well, 10 hours is at least enough to make people understand how a plane works. Not necessarily that they're able to compensate, or that they are able to do some emergencies and stuff like that. And they probably don't know all the rules, but at least they're able to start it up and take off maybe, and kind of try to land safely. But if you don't have any kind of instruction before that, then this is basically not really very useful, helpful.
You have to acquire some motor skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's called have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Nope, not in English.
Basically, it's the essentially, the dumber people are, the smarter they think they are.
Oh,
So
yeah.
usually people that aren't really with it think they know a lot more than they do, and the people that really know a lot don't think they really know very much. I was thinking,
What's that called?
when you think about some of the pilots, that are VFR certified but aren't IFR certified, but then they think they know more than they do. And case in point, everybody, and at least if you're my age, you've heard of JFK Jr. that had a horrible accident because of thinking he knew more than he did. Wasn't he the guy that got vertigo and flying to Martha's Vineyard?
I don't know about vertigo, but it was Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, I think he was flying to Martha's Vineyard, and it was near dusk, and he got confused with the horizon and went vertigo and crashed the plane. And then another one, famous person, was John Denver. Didn't he just run out of gas or something like that?
Wasn't that the singer? John Denver?
Yeah, that was the singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he died from a plane
Yeah,
crash.
that was the singer. Yeah.
I don't know the particulars of what led to it. There's a long history of musical artists dying in the United States by either aircraft or either themselves or some other hack pilot.
Oh yeah, a whole lot of them.
Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper died. Stevie Ray Vaughan died. I mean, there's a long list of those.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys want to give everyone a license, just by let them show their driver license and get a flying license.
Hey, even Harrison Ford himself, he had a
he had
pretty ugly crash. He's still living, which is nice. My childhood hero. But
the thing about that is that he had landed on a taxiway previous to the crash.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. But he did. He survived.
Yeah, the famous one in Iowa was I think it was Buddy Holly. They have a memorial there.
Him and the Big Bopper were together when that happened, I think.
Yeah, did you read about what? Well, and I think a lot of reasons, some of these stars, there's so much pressure that they put on the pilots because they want to get somewhere, and I think that sometimes I wonder if the pilots are not manipulated into doing stuff they know they shouldn't be doing, and they think, well, I'm going to give it a chance because this guy's putting the pressure on me because he wants to get someplace.
That happens. There was a soccer player in France flying to the UK. And the pilot that flew him was not licensed to do commercial flights. He was not licensed for IFR flights. And they ended up in IFR weather and they crashed in the channel.
Well, I think that was kind of wasn't it Kobe Bryant that was in a situation where it
Yeah.
was a pretty experienced
Similar,
pilot,
yeah.
but it was in a very tough situation, and I don't know, it just seemed weird that if there was pressure to get him someplace or what. I don't know. You don't always know all the circumstances, I guess.
It has to do with instrument flying. The Kobe Bryant case, I think the pilot was not licensed for IFR as well. Not enough experience in instrument flying, and it's not difficult to fly on instruments, but if you mix VFR and IFR, you don't do it because it won't work. You feel like you're in a left turn while you're flying straight ahead, and you compensate for the left turn and crash to the right.
So I just checked what the light sport requirements are, and there are quite a few. You need ground training. You have to pass a knowledge test, and then there's a check ride,
Okay.
oral exam, and they require 15 hours of flight training, 5 hours solo, 2 hours cross country, and 10 takeoffs and landings.
Essentially,
Okay,
from my understanding, the rule change was the classification of what made the aircraft was light sport was a reduction in the stall speed.
Yeah, they changed the requirement for that categorizes. That's why the 172 became a light sport when it wasn't before.
Right.
But yeah, there are some other requirements besides just showing up with a license.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a
Thank
lot
God.
yeah, well, yeah, there was
I
a lot of
almost
people, a lot of headlines that said, "Oh yeah, you can just do that," when people just needed to go out and actually read the requirements.
lost faith in Americans.
Oh, there's plenty of reasons to do that these days.
Not going there. Not
It's
going there.
that cowboy
I know.
spirit, I guess, that it's the individualistic expression that's very, very strong in the United States.
I think the individualism is everywhere, and it's not necessarily a problem.
Not,
It is a change from 30, 40 years back, but
I think there are a couple of countries where this is not as important, or at least people are being forced into a different kind of role, like China or Japan. Uh, Individualism is not as big there, I guess. But I get what you're saying.
are you over the airport already?
Yeah, I just passed it. I'm going to do a reverse.
Reverse thrust.
Runway 29.
Oh, I don't. I'm. It's a good thing that we're close to the airfield, because I think I'm pretty soon gonna run out of fuel. This is
You
not a
know,
this is not a Kodiak, really. The Kodiak can
so
go.
Matt,
Yep. Go ahead.
all the discussions we're having on here, I keep forgetting you're recording these. I'm just glad none of your channels are going viral, or we would all be canceled.
Yeah. Well, they're on Twitch, obviously. So there's if you want to, I can delete all the recordings that
No,
that
I'm just
include
kidding.
you.
Maybe
Okay.
when it's all done, but if anybody's captured it, I mean, that's the bad thing about once you're on once you record it digitally, there's no guarantee that you can get rid of it all.
Yeah, once it's on the internet, yeah, I agree. But on the other hand, I mean, we're still not necessarily forever, but we're still living in, at least we are living in countries where free speech is still a thing. I don't know how long.
I think runway 29 is not a bad choice.
We'll see if this thing.
Yep, so far so good.
Which one is it? Oh, there's. This is the one where you're heading to, Vinny. That
Yeah,
seems
the wind is out of 257, only 2 knots, so it's dealer's choice.
That seems to be a tarmac runway.
It is. What a change.
Is this a right-hand pattern?
I would suggest that it might make sense because we've got hills on the other side. But I do agree, Kloppo, the Cub is nice to fly. It's a nimble little.
It's a great bush plane.
So yeah,
You
it's easy to
can
handle.
pretty much take off and land almost anywhere.
Mm.
So has anybody else done world photographer stuff besides me?
Not me, but you know that.
I haven't.
Yeah, a couple of the things you have to have somebody else, you have to do it. You have to capture another airplane in it. So if I ever want to do one of those, I'm going to have to talk somebody into flying with me so we can get those knocked out.
Yep. It's a pretty narrow strip, isn't it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
It
Nope.
looks like
Plenty of room.
It's not.
From afar. It looks like it would be narrow, but nope, it isn't. I agree. Once you get closer.
It's fine.
I'm going to do a parallel landing with Oka, 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 Oka. No, it's all right. You can do this. Did you just drop something? There was something flying off your plane. Oka, 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 Doka. I wanted to put in the reverser, but it doesn't have any. On the other hand, it's practically, it can land on a dime almost. Oh, dude. This is not a plane that you should, where you should do tight turns with a high speed. Not really. You're practically asking for it.
I was.
Cloppo. I'm sorry. Don't want to run you over. Just freaky. Oh, come on, little cub.
Careful.
I did
Careful.
it again. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh no, he's going over. Here, let me see if I can push him over.
I'm going to turn off the engines. This is typical.
I like the way you stop.
We're stopping. This is the final destination for today. Obviously, I'm not going to move any further with this plane, at least. No, but that was actually a nice start for this new kind of tour. We'll see how it plays out. I'm going to prepare a little better next time, but this I think it's got some merit to pick a random route. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it worked out well.
I have to make a screenshot here. Ring shot for me. Somebody forgot to turn off his engine. There we go. Very nice. Save directly. Yeah, sure. Yep. I mean, this is just how it works. Sometimes this is the way people park their aircraft. I mean, you can just push it over. It's so light.
You did it. You did it twice already. Why?
It takes up less space this way.
Yep. It's like these what are these wings called that you can put up? The foldable
Birds.
wings. Foldable wings.
Birds.
Birds?
Yeah, they fold their wings.
Yeah, sure they do. That's true. Oh. How do I get out of how can I step out of the plane? I can't anymore.
You can't?
No, I can't. No, I can. I thought I might be trapped
There.
in there, but it did work out.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I never see the undercarriage. There is this what is this?
Yeah, you can see parts
We
of your
don't see
plane you
your-
never saw.
You don't want to see my undercarriage. There is
I don't see you in the carriage. You're knee deep in the ground.
there's I am? Okay.
Not for
It's
me.
got 4 exhaust pipes. What the heck? Is it a 4-cylinder engine? Might be.
He's actually floating slightly for me.
Okay. I'm going to do some. Does it
Okay.
work with hopping stuff? No. So thank you, gentlemen. I'm not sure if there was a woman or a girl with us. I don't think so, but thank you for flying with the Random Airdventures tour. It was quite nice. We're gonna do it
The next
couple
one
of times.
is on a random day.
No, we're gonna do it. I cannot do that. I would love to, but I can't. Next Thursday and on Tuesday we'll do the Pacific Edge tour. So as usual.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one will go smoother.
I guess.
All right, great flight. Thanks, guys. I have grandchildren here, so I got to get going.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
And thanks for coming
That's
along.
nice.
That was awesome.
Okay.
That's all, folks.
There we go.
Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.